How did this last a little longer period work for you? Well, for Antaiji it was still shorter than normal, I guess. How long do you sit when you sit at home?
Now at home I sit in the morning,
Yeah.
mostly just for 1 hour.
Yes, just 1 hour, but at a piece.
At a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I do my exercises, which is another
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 hours, and it's really like Zen. Yeah. And then in the evening, sometimes I'm trying, but I don't want to put too much pressure on my body. It's really.
Like I'm often asked, and probably a lot of meditation teachers get this question, how long should we meditate? If I want to continue on my own at home, how long should I meditate? And usually I say, well, you can start with 1 minute, 5 minutes, and if that's not long enough, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, rather than trying to sit for at least 30 minutes right from the start. And then you don't continue. So, then, of course, or people ask me, well, then it doesn't matter if I sit 5 minutes or 1 hour. And of course, it makes a big difference. But it's kind of hard to explain where the difference is. Or this kind of, I think you talked about it also in the beginning, that if you sit for 1 hour, there's a certain kind of movement. You go deeper. And also there's the danger of kind of drifting off and just dreaming. Sometimes a short meditation can help you to be more aware. I have only 5 minutes, then you're more in the moment. While if you say, well, I've got 1 hour from now, then it's easier to drift off, but it has a different quality if you sit for a longer time. And then, of course, these session periods that we have in the monastery for 1 week, they take you in very different areas than a daily 15 or 20-minute period takes you. How was this 20-minute period for you, Peter?
The time was no problem, but the meadow was difficult.
Yes.
I like it though. It's very difficult, especially when I saw things happening on the meadow that I don't like.
Yes, yeah.
Like, what,
Yeah.
Do I accept that or do I do something about it?
Yeah.
But it's nice. I've played with the screen, the movie screen, or even the Apple cinema screen idea that these things are just occurring.
Yes.
And I'm just a medium.
Yes.
And that's very hard. And the meadow is also hard, but I like it more than the screen.
If we apply this meadow metaphor to our sitting practice, probably, I don't say it's easy, but you just allow everything to happen that's happening in that moment, that's happening to you. Physical pain would be one example where sometimes we ask ourselves, well, if I allow that pain, then maybe I'm going to do permanent damage to my body. I don't want to be swallowed by the pain. But usually if it's kind of 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even 1 hour, the pain that happens in that time frame, usually it doesn't kill you. So it's not easy, but sometimes you get to the point where you allow the pain to swallow you, and then it gets actually easy. But then if you want to apply that to daily life, and the sheeps are, for example, your co-workers or some not so, I don't know, nice people that live with you, are you also willing to accept everything and allow them to do everything with you? And then the answer is, of course, no, because you're also, at the end of the day, you're also one of the sheep on the meadow. You also have to accept that fact that you also have to take care of that one person and protect that one person that you are. But maybe this way of meditating helps you to be a little bit more relaxed in your way of dealing with people that want to use you, and even sometimes you allow them to use you and you say that's okay, that's okay. But of course it's not something that you want to happen all of the time. Sometimes of course you say no. Sometimes you say no. Give me a break.
Inside the meditation, you say no. Inside or outside later on.
Well, inside the meditation, probably we also say sometimes no, but inside the meditation, I think there's a safe space to say unconditional yes sometimes, even to the pain, even to the trauma or stuff that come up. If you feel ready for you can make the step and say yes, yes. And then the great thing, the great realization is, but I'm still sitting here. It doesn't kill me. You thought it would kill you. But no, I'm still here. So Zen is protecting me in a way. You thought the train would kill you, crush you, that train that's already 40 years ago, memories, whatever. But then you allow the train to roll over you and you realize, but I'm still here. But I'm still here. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm sorry I'm late.
Yeah, you made it for the last long sitting. We did a couple of 5-minute sittings, and this one was the last one.
The last one was how long?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
You came maybe 5 minutes into the sitting or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my maximum usually. 20 minutes. What I can achieve next sitting.
How was it?
No, good.
Good?
I just smoothed right in, so.
Great. Great. Yeah, if you have any questions, anything you would like to share, you're welcome to do so. 聞きたいこと、シェアしたいことがあれば何でも遠慮なく聞いてもらえばと思います。
I'm sure you talked. Sorry. I'm sure you talked about the pain before, but I
Yes.
have always problems after 20 minutes with the pain in my legs.
Yes.
That's why I usually choose to sit differently, and
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
Mm-mm.
As long as the posture is straight. So
Mm-mm.
would you say so too? I don't have to really sit necessarily in that position. As long as the back is straight. This is really my thinking.
Yeah, today I didn't talk about pain so much. I mentioned it sometimes. Didier and myself, we had to talk about it, and parts of that he already uploaded on his YouTube channels. Others are still coming. How to deal with pain. The short answer is, of course, there's limits to what your body can do, and usually pain is a warning sign. But also often we over-exaggerate that sign, or we take it as an excuse to just make ourselves comfortable. So sometimes it's hard to find that limit, but if you can, how do you say, allow yourself to sit with the pain rather than fight against the pain. That's usually the two reactions that we have, is either we grind our teeth and say, I'm not gonna move. You fight against the pain, or whenever you feel a little bit comfortable, you start to shift the legs and try to get away from the pain. And the ideal thing is that you don't do either. You don't fight against the pain, you don't try to avoid the pain, but you sit with the pain. And that goes onto a certain level quite well, but then there's this pain that seems to swallow you up. And what I said today several times is, if you allow that pain to swallow it, often it gets much easier. But allowing the pain to swallow it, again, is something different than saying, I'm not gonna move. I'm sit through it. No. It's a very relaxed way of allowing this huge pain to still swallow you up. And what then happens is this internal multiplication, that there is a pain, of course, in that moment, but usually you multiply it by 100, by 1000. In the moment where you allow it to swallow you, that multiplication stops, and you realize the pain is still there, but it can't harm me. So sometimes it's worth to not react to the pain and just allow it to be and sit with the pain. If 20 minutes is your limit, 20 minutes might be a limit, but maybe if the pain is the reason why you stop after 20 minutes, maybe just try 25 minutes for a change and sit for these unusual 5 minutes, especially in the beginning. It might be very uncomfortable because your inner conditioning is all 20 minutes. It's supposed, the timer is supposed to ring now. And these 5 minutes might seem very long, but it can be also a good experience, this uncomfortable. Getting out of the comfort zone is what people talk about a lot recently. But it's important, this not returning to the comfort zone. Some people think meditation means to return to the comfort zone, but actually extended regular practice usually does the opposite. It takes you out of the comfort zone. But that's important, to find your home outside the comfort zone. Usually we use for our safe spot inside the comfort zone, but to find your home outside of that comfort zone, that's kind of one point of practice.
It sometimes helps me is to think, well, that's an interesting sensation.
Yes.
A little worse than a little more intense than I've ever. Oh, isn't it amazing that the body can and the mind can produce this? Just get off on it as, oh, this is something new, novelty.
Yes.
And I like novelties. Everybody likes novelties. So I'm happy I had this novelty.
Yes. Yes. Good.
Can help.
Any other questions? Anything else you would like to share?
Just that it was very useful, very nice again,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm very appreciative.
Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully it's not going to be the last time.
No.
We have to discuss the perfect day, the perfect time of the day. Obviously, like international school is already in holiday, so
For us it was very nice to be
Yeah.
closer to you in
Yeah.
that way, because we were just like
yeah.
6, 7 people.
Yeah, and at Kinhin is also a nice thing that if we are less people, we can also do the square Kinhin one, maybe sometime.
Also more personal,
Yeah, yeah.
So thank you again for coming, Muho.
Thank you for having me.
And just for, I mention again, we have a donation box for Muho. I will put it there again. And as I registered today everything, or almost everything, I will give it to you. I guess you will be faster having it on your YouTube channel, but I will also upload it, and you can also rewatch things or or share it with your friends. Okay. So, and one more thing, we want to go eat for lunch now afterwards. I don't know yet where, maybe again in the fish ramen shop or somewhere. If you're interested, please join us to eat something together, like something close by would